Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of the Signal SPORTSCAST. I'm the host, Marco Alvarado, alongside the co-host, the Signal intern,
Darius Childs.
How we doing today, Darius?
Doing good. Glad to be back for another episode, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just laying the groundwork and letting everything, come to fruition. Process, that's all it is.
Yes, sir. Showcasing our talents.
That's all it is. So today, we're going to be talking about the Astros' most recent play. Should everybody be worried? Or should y'all not be worried? And then the Rockets had the draft. We're also going to talk about some key highlights with them and also some rumors and news surrounding the Rockets as well. And an unfortunate death in the NFL to a former Texans quarterback. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into it, starting with the Houston Astros, the defending World Series champions of 2022. Last time we were on here, we recapped the previous away series that they had on the road. This time they had a homestand, starting with the Nationals. They had a 6-1 victory over them in the first game, 5-4 victory over them in the second game to secure the W for that series, and then they ended up dropping the last game 4-1. Cincinnati went ahead and came into town, and the Astros lost all three, getting swept at home. Ellie De La Cruz and Jonathan India of the Reds were definitely handling business as they swept the Astros. First game they took was a 2-1 win. Second game they took was a 10-3 loss, and then the third game, the Cincinnati Reds handled business against the Astros 9-7 to complete the three-game sweep. Then the Justin Verlander and the New York Mets came into town. The first game, Mets took the dub 11-1. Then the second game, it was Justin Verlander versus Framber Valdez. The Astros came through for Framber as they beat up Justin Verlander 4-2. And then a very intense season split win, or should I say series win against the Mets 10-8. Then they had an off day and they traveled west to Los Angeles. And we're not talking about Angel Stadium, we're talking about Dodger Stadium. The 2017 rematch that everybody has always been looking for. Astros dropped Game 1 and Game 2. Game 1 was a loss 3-2. Game 2 was a loss 7-8 due to an unfortunate call that is very questioning. I will get into that here in a second. And then the Astros win the third game 6-5. They now play St. Louis on the road and the Texas Rangers, or should I say the Dallas Rangers in Dallas, and then come back on to Houston on July 4th to face Colorado for 2 games, and then the Seattle Mariners for 4 games, and then hit the All-Star break. So Darius, my question to you is, how do you feel about the Astros' performance thus far?
They're just flat out not playing up to championship level because of the injuries. I mean, it's like one thing after the next. You see Jose Altuve, he's out of the lineup for the second straight game against the Cardinals. So, I mean, it's definitely unfortunate, but
on top of that, Yordan Alvarado is still on the IL.
Right.
Unfortunate news for Lance McCullers, the starting pitcher that has been with the Astros.
Right.
He's shut down for the season because he can't get the ball rolling.
No.
Unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
Michael Brantley's still awaiting his return, and it's just a bunch of key players, man. That I feel like
that's what I'm saying.
That's gone. And then pitching wise, again, Lance McCullers. Luis Garcia shut down for the season, so a bunch of these cats that are coming up from AAA Sugarland, the minor league team,
right?
They're making the waves and trying to make something out of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, how do you see the Astros going forward? Since, we're near an All-Star break, so how do you feel like the Astros are gonna be after All-Star break?
After All-Star break, everyone should be healthy. They should come back, and then they should be playing up to that championship level. I don't doubt they're gonna get back to where they once were, last season. After winning the World Series, I definitely think they're gonna get back to themselves. We're gonna get one player back after the next, and so forth and so on, and it's gonna be, adding more fuel to the fire, and then we just gonna get this thing going. We're gonna be rolling for sure.
Absolutely. Now, I shed light on the second game against the Dodgers. The Astros were leading the second game all game until about the 8th inning, where everything just imploded. Ryan Stanek was pitching and was called for a balk by the second base umpire. And if you saw that game, you saw that Ryan Stanek gave it to him after he recorded the last out of the inning, which resulted in him getting ejected, and also Dusty Baker getting ejected for that game as well. A lot of people out there in the baseball universe on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, I'm pretty sure, I'm not an avid user on Facebook, but based on everything that I've seen, everybody or majority of the people believe that was the wrong call on national television. It goes back to one of our podcasts that we had for our podcast class about referees ruining the game for the NFL. I feel like umpires for the MLB,
yep.
you know what I'm saying? Like they want to go ahead
It's
and just
every league at this point.
Yeah.
It's literally every single league.
I believe it wasn't a balk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a wrong call, and he didn't even give no justification on why it was going, because the umpires did not talk to the media after the game.
Right.
So I don't know what's going on, but
yeah, fans obviously outraged.
baseball fans in general, and then you still got the people that are still hung up over the whole 2017 scandal and everything. Look, at this point, it's just old.
People
That's
think
all
people at this point think it's karma. There's like, oh, since you guys cheated, now you're having all these injuries. Oh, now the umpires are cheating y'all. Like, this is what y'all get.
And to be honest, the Astros weren't the only team to cheat.
They just were the ones that got caught.
Yeah, no, but everybody else got caught, but nobody else is making a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
The Dodgers got caught, the Yankees got caught, the Red Sox got caught, and the list just goes on and on. But those are three big, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's real unfortunate, but yes, the Astros are for sure going to get back on track. I believe they're still in third place in the AL West, which is crazy. Nobody had that going. But again, to like what you said, these injuries, man, they keep going. So, should people be worried? I don't think so, because we're only going to be we're about halfway come All-Star break, so we shall see what happens. Anything else you want to say about the Astros?
Don't panic. Relax. It's going to be, we're going to be straight. We're going to be straight. You know, like I said, we're going to get one person back after the next. The ball's going to get rolling, and then we're going to be back to that playing at that championship level after All-Star break.
Yes, and try to make a run for the playoffs as well, because everything is sure to turn up come postseason. On to the Rockets. The Rockets had the NBA draft the other day, and they got some steals, in my view.
Yeah.
Amen Thompson was the 4th pick in the first round out of Overtime Elite, which is a prep school that is only available to 16 to 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
But it's basically, you know, with one of these schools, it's basically, you know, you just go in there just to hoop and, you know.
And then you're prepping, more than likely, it's almost like playing at a JUCO in a sense. And then people, you know, you can gain recognition from playing over there and then get drafted straight into the NBA. I mean, Amen Thompson, obviously, him and his brother, very talented. His brother went right after him to the Pistons, you know. So I think, you know, Amen's he's gonna be straight. Like him, Jalen Green, you know what I'm saying?
And Kevin Porter Jr.
Yeah, right. And then Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, the Rockets selected Cam Whitmore with the 20th pick overall in the first round. Absolute steal coming out of Villanova.
Yes. People think that his health was in question, and his level of, like, does he really want it? Like, his level of care was also in question by executives. But, you know, the Rockets took a chance on him, and I honestly think they're going to coach him up to par, you know. And I feel like the Rockets are building. They're definitely building. Like, people are like, oh, Rockets are trash. That's a dumpster fire, blah, blah, blah. I think that the Rockets are building a potential championship team. Potential.
But it's going to take some time.
It's going. Yeah, that's the thing. It's going to take. With time, I definitely think that the Rockets are going to be up there. They're going to be up there as potential contenders.
The Summer League start for the NBA is going to be right around the corner. The Rockets tip off against the Blazers on July 7th, and on July 9th they play against the Pistons. July 11th they play against the Thunder, and July 13th they go against the Warriors. So let's see what the Rockets do this draft. Now, going back to some rumors and news, the Rockets are significantly interested in signing Austin Reeves and Dylan Brooks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I mean, when you hear the name Dylan Brooks, like, people are like, that's a dog. That is a dog. Like, people
call him a menace.
Yeah. They want him. They want him on the team. And, you know, James Harden is still a strong possibility that he returns home to Houston. But, I mean, hey, as long as we get one of these names in here, I like I said, the Rockets are building. They're building every single season. These draft picks, these free agent signings, definitely they're gonna get back up there and start being potential contenders. People are gonna be like, dang, where did these Rockets come from? They came out of nowhere, like those little bits and pieces that we putting together every season. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna start paying off here soon.
No, for sure. For NBA free agency starts on July 30th. That's really going to be probably the most craziest time of the year for NBA. Although it's the off season, free agency always turns up some way, somehow. And the Rockets are also interested in Rui Hachimura. So 2 Lakers that were on that playoff team this past season. There's a good eyes. I personally think the Rockets need more height, so going after Rui Hachimura wouldn't be bad. And also veteran presence like Dylan Brooks, who is literally a bruiser, gets under people's skin. Like I feel like that's what the Rockets need, because they need more aggression on that team. And plus, don't forget, Ime Udoka, the new coach. He's really improvising defensive mind. So really defense heavy. Obviously that's going to be on everybody's mind and radar about how the Rockets are going to perform defensively, because he is a defensive-minded coach. Another name to look out for free agency is Jordan Clarkson of the Utah Jazz. Jordan Clarkson is a dog. He can hoop. He's been in the league for quite some time now, so that'll be a really nice veteran presence for everybody on the Rockets. Anything else you want to say about the Houston Rockets before we move on?
Like I said, man, mark my words. Rockets, they going to be a for sure playoff team here coming up soon. They gonna be potential contenders. Like, it's just with time it's gonna all come together, all these bits and pieces. Same thing with the Texans. People are like, oh, Texans is a dumpster fire. D'Amico Ryans is getting all these bits and pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're getting bits and pieces every offseason to build up to that playoff team, to build up to being contenders in this league. So don't panic, people. These Houston teams, they gonna start pleasing y'all. It's a process. Trust the process. These Houston teams, they gonna start pleasing y'all soon. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start getting your money's worth soon. Just be patient.
Now on to some Texans news. Very unfortunate news that was broken earlier today of this recording. Former quarterback Ryan Mallett is pronounced dead at 35 years old due to a drowning he had did in Florida. It's very unfortunate. He spent some time here with the Houston Texans as a backup quarterback and eventually a starting quarterback. But I'm pretty sure I speak for everybody, but our thoughts and prayers are definitely with the Mallett family at this time.
Yeah, and he's also a high school coach too. So it's just like thoughts and prayers go out to everyone, affected by this passing. I definitely remember watching him play and rooting for the Texans. Like, whenever people play for the Texans, I become a fan of that player. I start looking into their lives and everything. Big reason why I became a huge fan of Jacoby Jones, you know what I'm saying, Andre Johnson, it's just definitely unfortunate. Great man for sure.
For sure. And also the Texans are also going to be inducting J.J. Watt into the Ring of Honor this season. So that's a pretty big accomplishment, and that's something that was basically on the coming.
Yes, sir. Like, can't wait to see that. A lot of emotion. J.J. Watt is respected, one of the best defensive players like at his position. He's well deserving of that. Can't wait to see that. I know he's, the waterworks going to start flowing. He's well deserving of that. I miss seeing him play, especially with D'Amico Ryans and Brian Cushion. I'm glad to see him get his flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So, other than that, the Texans have been having their offseason workouts, and everyone's been looking pretty good. They signed their draftees to their contracts, respectively. So, Texans news is going to turn up here come August whenever preseason starts.
Will Anderson, C.J. Stroud, man, Tank Dell, like all of these pieces that are coming together. Now you got Dalton Schultz from the Cowboys. You got Noah Brown from the Cowboys. Like, Texans are getting all these bits and pieces. D'Amico Ryans, well-respected coach throughout the league, definitely going to get this team right. He's going to get this team right for sure. Can't wait to see them play. I know NRG is going to be packed. I just know it. I mean, like, they miss D'Amico. They're glad that he's home. Them season ticket sales skyrocketing.
Well, after the season, skyrocketing a bit. Well, this has been an episode of the Signal Sportscast. You can find us all over at UACO The Signal. Get involved with us and reach out to us. We like to hear everybody's feedback, of course. I'm Marco Alvarado.
I'm Darius Childs.
And this has been the Signal Sportscast.